my name is Jackie Hoffman, and I'm a senior fashion merchandising student in the Marist College Honors Program. This is my honors senior thesis project. My research is all about scoliosis and adaptive fashion. Right now, there's a really large gap in adaptive fashion, and that's where scoliosis falls. I was first introduced to this as a problem during my sophomore year of college. During my time on the executive board of Fashion Inc., the club did a lot of community service activities. One of those community service activities actually involved going to the mall with girls that had scoliosis. So we worked with an international scoliosis support group called Curvy Girls, and this was kind of just a support group that helped young women dealing with scoliosis. So we worked with the Hudson Valley chapter, and basically the activity involved bringing all of the girls and their mothers to the mall and helping them find clothing that would flatter their asymmetrical bodies, hide their scoliosis braces, and just in general make them feel confident. I had a long conversation with one of the girls' mothers at this shopping event, and she told me all about not only the major medical concerns, but also just the minor day-to-day inconveniences that will come up when living with severe scoliosis. So a lot of what she said was actually really heartbreaking, and just knowing that there's millions of kids living with this every single day was very humbling. And it was at that moment that I knew I was gonna do something about this. I just think fashion is capable of so much more, so I was shocked that no one was doing anything about this and nobody was even talking about this. As a college student, I'm probably not capable of producing an entire line or collection that caters directly to scoliosis in fashion, or even influencing a major brand to do something about it. But what I can do is research and shed light on what's going on. So I've done extensive primary and secondary research just to show the extent of the issue and why it matters. And this is what I've come up with.
I've broken up my research into 3 major buckets: consumer insights, technology, and industry applications. Consumer insights is essentially my primary research. It includes data from a survey of 85 participants, as well as insights from interviews with 14 of those participants. The survey was targeted to women of all ages, and it ended up ranging from about 14 to 60-year-old women. Survey participants came from all over the world, including the US, Colombia, New Zealand, and even from India. Some of the most significant information I discovered was about the fit of clothing, the frequency of tailoring clothes, and the average desire regarding retail pricing. As you can see on the bottom left here, a majority of people struggle to find clothing that fits them properly. Although this is not a unique issue to just scoliosis, and fit is of course a common problem for all consumers, you can imagine how it becomes even more complicated for those with a spinal deformity. And yet, 41% of people will still buy clothes that don't fit them. After discovering just how common it is for these women and girls to be buying clothes regardless of improper fit, I was curious if tailoring is something that they take advantage of. But less than 5% say they regularly get their clothes tailored. Most people just put up with it. During the interview process, I probed a little bit more into this issue. I discovered that the most common reasons for not tailoring ill-fitting clothes are 1, the added cost, and 2, the added hassle. I've since concluded that the added hassle of getting clothes tailored is actually the most pressing reason, because when asked, 95% of people said they were open to spending more on clothes that actually would fit them, and over 30% of those people were willing to spend an extra $20 for it. According to my data, the majority of girls are spending around $11 to $30 on a regular shirt, which means that we could realistically be retailing a custom-made shirt at just under $50. Insights from the interviews were much more emotional and introspective than the hard data that I got from the surveys, as I expected. And here are just a few of the most thought-provoking quotes that I got from real girls and women on this issue. So the next research bucket is technology. I looked into how we as an industry could seamlessly solve this problem without really adding too much bulk to our already full plates. With the relatively recent technological advances to fashion design, I think this actually is a perfect solution. So enter Clo. Clo is one of a few different possibilities for brands to use here. Clo is a virtual 3D fashion design platform. Although there are quite literally an abundance of benefits to using a system like Clo, such as saving money and time in sample production and streamlining cross-functional team communication, the real benefits for adaptive fashion are perhaps the most important. So as you can see in the screenshots here in the center, designers can start with a straight size model avatar and then manipulate her bodily proportions to reflect whatever form it is that they want to design into. So designers can build a 2D garment pattern and watch it transform right before their eyes into a 3D garment on the avatar within seconds. As the avatar is manipulated, that same 2D pattern will adjust to demonstrate how that will fit on the new body. Here's a demonstration video of just how that works. Clo is a virtual 3D fashion design software. It has several benefits aside from adaptive fashion, but this video will focus on its potential solutions for scoliosis. Here is a consumer with a normal spine. Notice her t-shirt and jeans fit as normal. The hemlines are straight, her v-neck is centered, and she appears to be comfortable. Now we see a consumer with mild scoliosis. She is wearing the exact same outfit in the exact same size. Notice the hemline of her t-shirt is slightly diagonal due to her uneven hips. The v-neck is also off-centered. You'll see the fabric of her shirt is bunched on her right side torso. Her jeans are also slightly more baggy. Here is a consumer in the same outfit with very severe scoliosis. Notice there is significant fabric bunching on her left side torso. This is causing the hemline at the bottom of her shirt to be completely diagonal as her shoulders and hips are extremely uneven. Notice when this consumer walks, the left side of her jeans fall down. Her uneven hips are not supported by the horizontal waistline of her jeans. The final portion of my thesis is where we can actually go with this moving forward. As I said previously, I did focus mainly on research here, but these are 6 potential solutions that I've come to. 1. Adjusting hemlines to give the illusion of straight hips. 2. Strategic print design to mask the appearance of protruding shoulder blades or other imperfections on the body. 3. Intentionally designing with asymmetry in a 2D garment pattern for the purpose of achieving symmetry on the body once the garment is on the body. 4. Incorporating adjustable everything into every single garment, but most importantly, let's just start with adjustable straps. 5. Seamless tank tops. So this was actually a really interesting insight that I gained from a few different girls during the interviews. So they explained that they have to wear a tank top or an undershirt beneath their brace, and they said that wearing an undershirt would often actually cause pain for them along the side seams of their tank tops, because that side seam was digging into them underneath the tight brace. So having a seamless top is really important for an undershirt. And finally, just making tailoring easy and accessible for everyone. So as I said before, people are typically willing to spend a few extra dollars if they can easily get things tailored to fit them. So a good target here to think about is Lululemon's complimentary in-store hemming service and how easy that is and how well that has done for them.
Thank you for listening to my honors thesis project on what is truly a crucial problem yet to be addressed by the fashion industry. So before I leave you, I just want to thank a few very important people. So the first is Professor Jennifer Finn. She was my faculty advisor and mentor for the entire project. She tirelessly helped me to continue pushing myself and really just make the project what it is today. The next is Professor Richel Valenzuela. He actually gave me all of my initial knowledge and all of the clips that you've seen from Clo. And then the next professor is Dr. Jennifer Robinette, who volunteered all of her time and effort to help me get full approval from the IRB on my research. Next, I want to thank Robin from Curvy Girls. She helped me to recruit all of the Curvy Girls participants for the survey and interview, which leads me to, of course, thanking all of the participants from the survey and interview. You girls and women gave me amazing insight on what it's like to live with mild, severe scoliosis and what that means for your clothing choices. So just a huge thank you to everyone, and thank you so much for listening.